Network 1 has the extended pulse timer, and Network 2 has the extended pulse timer coil. The extended pulse timer starts on the leading edge of a 0 to 1 transition. The input can be momentary and does not have to remain true for the timer to time to 0. The coil is 1 or true while the timer is timing down, and the coil is 0 when the timer has timed out. Each time the input transitions from 0 to 1, the timer automatically restarts. It is not necessary to assign a reset or output addresses. The time format for all S7 timers is S5T# followed by the hours, minutes, seconds, and milliseconds, up to a max time of 2 hours, 46 minutes, and 30 seconds. The timer's name, T102, also acts as a coil and can be evaluated as a contact. An external coil like M250.2 can be evaluated instead of the T-bit if you prefer. Let's monitor the block. Make sure Network 1 is highlighted. Let's energize input 1.6 with a momentary input and see the timer time down to 0. The T102 bit in Network 3 follows the timer. Each time the input transitions from 0 to 1 while the timer is timing, the timer will restart. When no 0 to 1 transition occurs, the timer will time out. The extended pulse timer coil in Network 2 works in the same manner. For a quick recap, the extended pulse timer starts on a 0 to 1 transition. The input can be momentary. The coil is true while the timer is timing down and 0 when the timer has timed out. Each time the input transitions, the timer restarts, and that concludes this video.